So I was never a great client of art supply stores. I remember I always was very particular about the quality of the drawing paper. But the rest, I always used normal materials, industrial paint, things that I have found in the garbage, fragments of demolitions, doors, half tables I found in the garbage. Because I always was interested in what I consider to be the memory which is attached to this. If you go out, you go to a bar with friends and you walk to a bar, and when you walk to a bar in the city, you pass by many places and you see things which are on the street for the garbage. And you'll see in one, you see a box, in 5 meters then you see a pair of shoes, and then you see a table, and when you cross the street to the other side, you see 2 doors, and if you walk more 50 meters, you see what? You see an old bicycle that no one wants anymore. Okay, this is garbage for people, but for an artist, this is the beginning of something. I always thought that it was much stronger and more important to use these things that no one wants anymore and use them in my art, because they have a certain temperature. So when I touched a bike which no one wants to use it anymore, or I touch a table that is in the garbage, I know that this table was used for people either to eat on it, or to write a letter, or to study for their classes. And so this object brings to me a certain human quality, a certain history, a certain memory. And I want this because, in fact, when we communicate with each other, we have to talk about things that everybody knows. And if in my art I use something that has been already part of someone's life, I transform it into an artwork and I give it to someone else. So what I'm doing is I'm transporting a memory from this place to this place, and in between I'm putting my own vision on it. So this object was lost in the garbage. I used it, I gave it my own vision, my own ideas, and I put it in another place so that people can look at it. So it is transformed, it's richer, it's more complex now, and hopefully it will be something that will create in other people new ideas. That's why I use in many of my works objects that I have found in the garbage. Not because I have any kind of red hole mentality, or I'm not even worried about recycling. It's not about that. It's about that there is nothing more rich in meaning than something that has been used by people and then has been left abandoned in the garbage, and then we can use it.
Because there's really the strongest smell of the human.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you can look at them and you almost can imagine an history behind it. Not that I'm interested in these histories. What I'm interested in is this kind of strange, almost impossible to touch physically, this strange human quality of the object. No?
Yeah, and of all the objects existing, they are the mistake in a certain way. In fact, they are not participating in the functional world anymore, they are like dropped.
They represented the rejected.
Right.
And man, we can make a revolution with the rejected. And exactly that's what the young people should do, is think about how they should revolution the world? How should they change things? That's why they are young. That's why they have to risk. So, when an artist, when I as an artist, I pick up these abandoned parts of human life, what I intend to do is to create with them a possibility of a new life. So this is exactly what I think that young people should do. They should pick up the things that no one wants to use anymore and find out a new meaning for them, and even sometimes in a violent process, they should transform the conditions of their own life in order to make things better.